ISUPK.
See what I'm saying? This right here eases our oppression. It eases our pain and suffering. And it wipes away the hardship of life. Because when you're a goddamn sinner, see what I'm saying? Life is hard for you in these streets, ain't it? You locked up every 24/7. You can't beat that drug addiction. You can't beat the alcoholism. Your girl got you on child support. See what I'm saying? Your kids being snatched away from you. I'm sure it's hell, man. Also, too, you got the white man on your back. Good night. But in the UPK, our foot is on our oppressor's necks, man. It's not the other way around. And maybe you should put down your way of life and try this new way of life. Because you tried being a Christian. You tried to be a Muslim. You tried, being a stripper or a whore, an escort, whatever. You tried being a gangster, drug dealer. It didn't work out for you because you ended up either in jail or dead or ended up with a bad case of what? Disease, man.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Maybe you should try this way of life. These laws, statutes, and commandments is what's going to fix black and Hispanics. And y'all should go ahead and grab a flyer and some food over there. All right? Keep going.
Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 22. It's like it. Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 22. How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning?
So ye simple ones, how long will you love simplicity? How many black and Hispanic people must die in order for you to understand that it's time to come together? That it's time to separate and time to change our life and our way of life. Because otherwise it's going to continue to happen. Christ said that it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. Right. And it's so funny that we hear that in today's time because our parents told us that. They told us that before it gets better, it's going to get worse. You see what I'm saying? And now they got shows about it. For the better, for the worse. All right? So right now we are in the worst time. It can't get no worse than this, man. What else do we have to suffer and go through in order to finally be like, you know what? I gotta put the drugs down. I gotta stop selling myself short as a woman and being a whore, sleeping with every man that decides to, give me some. When are you gonna stop being a sucker for the lies and deceits of these leaders that have not been leading you into nothing but destruction? See what I'm saying? You got it? 11. Yep. Go ahead, Oz.
1 Corinthians.
And let's see what Paul had to say, man.
Chapter 11, verse 17. Now in this that I declare unto you, I promise you not, that ye come together, not for the better, but for the worse.
Not for what?
Not for the better, but for the worse.
Right, so we so focused on coming together when it's a birthday, Christmas, all these holidays. That's not, by the way, that's not even the better, man, because we go through hell even on those days. You see what I'm saying? I think my brother's Kudasa, he calls them hell days, holidays. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what it is. You go through nothing but hell on these days. See what I'm saying? How many stories do we hear about people getting killed on their birthday?
That's right.
Getting into, fights and arguments on their birthday. Losing your family over Christmas gifts. See what I'm saying? Having your child be violated on Halloween. You know what I mean? Asking strangers for candy and being poisoned in the candy. When are we going to come together? So you go ahead and grab that. When are we going to come together, you know, for the worst? When? It should be right now. We should see that we are in the last days, that everything that we see happening to us as a people, it can happen to you.
That's right.
You could be the next one on a t-shirt. You could be the next one as a hashtag. Do you want that for you, your family, and your loved ones? If no, then you got to come into the ISUPK. We will show you your way of life and on how you should live. We will show you how to be successful with all the bullshit that's going on today. You see what I'm saying? We can show you how to bypass this coronavirus. How to stop the police from harassing you.
That's right.
How to fight those child support battles.
That's right.
We can help you with this, man. You tried everything else, but you won't try what the Lord has been trying to give you since the beginning. This Bible right here, this code of conduct right here, man. These records are far thousands and thousands of years old. And the reason why we're speaking about it today in 2020 is because you are not clinging on to what the Lord is trying to do for you. Once again, the Lord has been the only one that's been loyal to you.
Right.
Throughout all this oppression, He has visited you like He's visiting you right now to tell you that you need to change your life. Otherwise, things are going to get worse for you. And if you are so confused on why things is happening in your life the way it is, it's because you are not living your life according to the Lord. You're living your life according to how you want to do it. Because you're grown. See what I'm saying? Nobody can tell you a goddamn thing. And that's the thing, that's the same mentality that's going to get you killed. That's going to have your life in a sunken hole. You see what I'm saying? Keep going. Read it one more time.
Khan. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 17. Now, in this that I declare unto you.
This is Paul saying that he declares something unto us. Declaring meaning something that I give to you. I propose to you. A proposition. Go ahead.
I praise you not.
What?
I praise you not.
Okay.
That ye come together, not for the better, but for the worse.
Right. Once again, how many of us must die in order to realize that maybe I can end up the same way? Maybe I need to change something about myself. Maybe I should maybe I should put away, you know, all the hoes and the drugs. See what I'm saying? Maybe I should put away all these things that don't profit me. If you pay attention to the way that you live your life and think about all the crazy situations that you ever been in, just look at what's going on with all our people, man.
Right.
And if you pay attention, if you read the stories of how Black and Hispanic people die, man, day after day, it's behind some sin. You know what I mean? It's always behind some goddamn sin, man. And once again, and you seeing your own brother and your sister dying in front of your face, that should make you want to change everything about your life, so that way you can, you can try to inspire more Black and Hispanic people who look like you to change their lives around.
That's right.
So that way you won't be, once again, another body bag. You won't be a hashtag. You won't be, you see what I'm saying? Someone don't have to bury you constantly. All right? Is that it on that? All right, give me one sec. Give me, go ahead and give me Matthew 15 and 24 for me real quick. Okay? And like I said from the way beginning, man, that your oppressor is going to pay for all the evil that they have done. You see what I'm saying? And another thing is, too, our oppressor, who you love so much. Say it again. Okay, Khan. Another thing, too, with our oppressor, they call you the murderer and name themselves the victim. You see what I'm saying? When it comes to the death of Black and Hispanic people. And what you need to understand is the lie and the manipulation that's happening with the minds of our people. They justify all the goddamn time that you deserve to be a dead nigga. What happened when Trayvon Martin got killed? Somehow they tapped into an old phone of his or found some pictures of him and said, like, look, he was smoking weed. See what I'm saying? It's a strong possibility he was high when he got killed. That's a goddamn lie, man. You say anything to try to You see what I'm saying? Destroy that man's reputation or name to justify why he should have got killed. It's the same thing that happened with George Floyd. Right after George Floyd got killed, these devils said there's a possibility that he was on drugs. So that's why he should have died? Because he was on drugs? Good night. But who the hell are you? Are you God? Are you the one to set judgment on someone else's life? Nigga, you ain't God. And I'm talking to those devils, man.
That's right.
See what I'm saying? Who the hell gave you the right to take somebody else's life? Knowing that these damn devils, these cops, they always goddamn high.
That's right.
You see them crash into things all the goddamn time. They don't know how to drive or nothing.
Right.
See what I'm saying? There was one case where a cop even hit a goddamn child.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Child almost died, man. And these are the people that rule over us. Let me ask you a question, black man. Are you angry? Are you mad and upset at the condition of what's happening to our people? If you are, get the hell away from Christianity, because that's not going to help your people. Get away from holidays, and yes, your birthday too. You're going to have to sacrifice yourself, because this is about your people. It's not about you as an individual. That's what you need to understand. And when something happens to one of us, it happens to all of us.
That's right.
And that's what you need to get through your goddamn head, man. And let's see what Christ said. Go ahead.
Book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Christ said, I am not sent, but to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Who are the people on the earth that are lost today? Please don't tell me that everybody is lost. Because when you really look in reality, our oppressor can go back to what his lineage is, what his heritage is, what his culture is. The same thing with the East Indians, the same thing with the Arabs, the same thing with the, fly-swatting Africans. They can all tell you where they come from and who they are. But when a black and Hispanic person tell you who they are, they give you multiple answers when it should only be one, man. You are a Jew. You call yourself African American. Damn, are you two continents? Where they do that at? Is that possible? You're black, white, Asian, you're mixed with the dirt, with the rocks. Like, goddamn, how many fathers you got? Black man, who you really are, you are a Jew.
That's right.
See what I'm saying? And if you are so-called, you are Israelite, man, you want to go ahead and check out this chart, this 12-tribe chart, to identify who you are, man. Identify your tribe. A black man, you can't identify your tribe in Ashanti tribe and all that out there in Nigeria. You can't do none of that. But Christ said that he came from the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And the lost sheep is those that are in the south side of Minneapolis, the north side of Minneapolis, the ones that's shooting up the block. See what I'm saying? Hidden children, man. Getting locked up because of drugs. See what I'm saying? We are the ones that are lost because we don't know our culture. We forgot it. That's why every prophet and priest in his Bible had to remind you. That's why they say, "Oh, house of Israel."
That's right.
Keep the Lord's statutes and commandments. All right? And one last thing. Let me get this last scripture, Revelation 13:10. All right, let's get this last scripture. Now, I mentioned this too about our oppressor. With everything that's happening to us, something has to be done about it. There has to be some type of justice to be received for black lives. That so-called matter, right? Something has to be done. And this is what the Lord has said through the mouth of John the Revelator. Go ahead.
Come on, sir. The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go in captivity.
Did you hear that? For all you master lovers, for all you devil lovers. Read that one more time, Salaki.
Come on. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Who has led us into captivity? Please tell me, because slavery is a thing. I'll give you the answer. It is the white man.
Right.
That's the one that has had us in slavery. Until this day, we are still enslaved. Are we not?
That's right.
We don't have physical chains on our body, but we do have a spiritual change on our minds. Because Christianity is one hell of a drug.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Weed and marijuana ain't got nothing on no goddamn Christianity, man.
Right.
You can get that for free. And you can get high off of that for many years, all your life. And you still won't know that your oppressor is the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of. And you are such a slave. Some of us are such a slaves to the point that we think that slavery was needed for us. And that's a goddamn lie. Some of us even think of, going back to Egypt, going back to Africa. It's no coincidence that we scream Africa. Because in the time of Moses, the Israelites were screaming about Egypt because they felt better there. Although they was being oppressed and enslaved, and they couldn't even see it, man. But listen to this one more time, man.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
That man that led you into captivity shall go into captivity. It's kind of a thing of, it's kind of a, tit for tat. You see what I'm saying? That's when the tables are going to turn. Those people that led you into captivity and slavery, they are going to be in captivity as well. They are going to be our slaves. And you know what about the slavery that they are going to have? It's going to be righteous.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? It's going to be absolutely righteous.
That's right.
We are not going to be a goddamn tyrant. We are not going to be unjust. We ain't going to go ahead and harass the devil and kill him for no goddamn reason.
Bring it out.
You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. That sounds like justice.
Nobody tell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. And it's worth something.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues, call this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good wreck. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain. Something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord?